Have you ever wondered the different kinds of spindles there are to spin wool? And how many do most spinners have if they're spindling? Today we're going to look at my own personal stash. So welcome. I am Granny Doll, living the 100-mile life adventure. And diving into fiber arts is just something that's been really, really good for me over the years. But this is Spindlemas. So Spindlemas Vlogmas days 3 and 4, and I'm combining the two together. So let me show you my old spindle first. This is my very first drop spindle. And some of you may have seen these before. It's fairly heavy, but it's a wheel and it was painted. Paint's starting to come off of it. And it's dated from Annie Mae 2004. So I've been spinning since 2004. That's one of the first ones. And then I have this smaller one. It's very lightweight. This is black spruce that my husband Nick had cut when we were in Fairbanks, Alaska. You can see, maybe you can see, let me see if I can get there. Yeah, you can see me through there. The bark on the outside has pulled off a little bit, but there is some shellac on the outside of it. Again, it's a really quick spin spindle. Another one from that same year. Also, within about a year from that, I was involved in a spindle exchange. And this was a handmade spindle that was sent to me. Again, fairly light, hand painted. It looks like it's a pull knob from a drawer or something like that. It's very pretty. So I have it sitting here as well. And then I have another drop spindle that's quite a bit heavier. And you can see it's got a lot more space here. A notch on the side. I haven't used this one a lot, but this was from Fox Mountain, I think. I'm trying to remember what that logo was. There's a moose on it. And I got that at the Elmont Fiber Festival a few years ago now. Quite a few years ago. Haven't used it a lot because I have other big ones that I like to use. So they're all here, and let me see if I can just pick this up for you to show you. This is just a vase, but I've got lavender in there. So the lavender, every time I pull a spindle out, I can smell it. And another one I haven't used in a long time, and this was, again, part of, I'm going to see if I can get that dust off of it, a spindle exchange. If you look underneath, you can see the colors better. Right, so this is handmade. And it spins pretty well, actually. Seems it's been banged around a little bit, I think, over the years. But I got that about the same time as I got the little red one. And during that same exchange, I got a Tockley. So it's metal with a bead. And I never learned how to use it very well. But it's still in my collection, which is a good thing, right? So now let's look at the spindles I use on a more regular basis. I showed this the other day. This is my Ashford little one. It's very light, spins like a dream. And then I have a larger Ashford. But it got chewed up on the end by the dog. So I got a little bit of tape over that. I could not sand it down enough to make it easy to work with. But it's still a good spindle. Heavier, spins very, very well. And this is my favorite spindle right now. And has been for quite a while. And I don't remember the person who made it. I purchased it outside of Owen Sound, Ontario. You can see the darkness of the wood. the craftsmanship here on the end. Isn't that pretty? There. Very pretty spindle and very good. I use that for most of my plying. And you've seen this if you follow me at all. This is my Celtic spindle. I call it that. It has the trifoil design, which I really like. And look at this. It just spins and spins. So it's 3D printed, and I use it a lot. So that's here all the time. I have a Delican. And again, it's got that moose on the bottom. So same designer. And I got it at the Elmont Fiber Festival as well. A different year. I think I went twice. And this was one of the ones I got. And I have used it. Mostly for plying. Because it's good and it creates a nice ball on the end. And then at the latest Fiber Festival, I got this one. It's a support spindle. And I'm still learning how to use that. It does have a metal tip. Let me just see if I can, whoops, get that in focus. It does not want to focus. On the bottom of it, it's 18 grams. You put that on the side. I think I might have done better with it if it had a notch instead of a point, because I'm still learning how to use it. But that's something that's on my let's get this done to-do list. And then last but not least, and let me see if I can find the right one here. I have this lovely, 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 lovely Turkish spindle. Oh, that did not work. I'm trying to do this off camera, but here. Let me see if I can get this way. There. And this is from Helen, who I believe is now living in Alberta, but she had been in Manitoba. Her catchphrase is glitter. Sawdust is my glitter. Isn't that beautiful? And it spins really, really well as well. So what can you do with spindle spun yarn? Well, let me tell you. I've got this beautiful yellow that I was working on earlier on Monday, which would have been Spindleness Day 1. And it's a 2-ply. I usually do 2-ply with my spindles. I have this lovely pink 2-ply. And I use to make a scarf, a 1-row scarf for myself. And this fiber is a merino blend, and it came from my, I have to think, Distaff Day exchange last winter, last Distaff Day. And then I have this, and it doesn't show up as dark on camera as it is. It's quite dark. All done on the spindle as well. And this was dyed with onion skins, both red and yellow and white, and avocado pits. And that's the BFL that I've been working with on my sweater. So what am I working on right now? This is the Terevco mitt that I'm working on. And I showed you before, if you want to look back at my previous videos, the Terevco mitten in the white Shetland. This is, I'm trying to remember the type of fiber it is. It's 100 mile to me. And again, let's just see if I can get in a little bit closer so you can see the cable pattern and the variation in the colors. Obviously it's been dyed. It's a Shropshire, that's what it is. It's a Shropshire fiber, and I'd never worked with Shropshire. So that's kind of exciting for me. Enjoying working on that. And my sweater, which is also, now it's not done on the spindle, it's done on the wheel. But smaller projects like mitts, and scarves I will often do on the spindle, and even hats sometimes I'll do on the spindle because it's easy for me to sit and spin without pulling the wheel out. But it's fun. It's fun. And I get to sample all these different kinds of fiber. So this dyed with gold Wilton's food coloring, and this dyed with botanicals or vegetable. Both of these are BFL. And then this one was hand dyed by a friend who sent me things for Distaff Day. So you can spin up just about anything with a spindle. So are you spinning during Vlogmas this year or Spindlemas? Are you knitting? What are you working on? I have one more thing to show you so that you can see what I'm working on. I am also knitting. The needles are caught in the bag. Oh no. Here we go. There. You see the pretty pattern there? I believe this is the heel toe do-si-do pattern by the Crazy Sock Lady. And each of the progress keepers represent 12 rows. It's got the twisted rib at the bottom. A friend of mine I met with today mentioned that that's what they call that, a twisted rib. And this is a merino nylon blend, hand dyed with different food coloring. So I think when I did this one, I either called it strawberry or watermelon, and I don't remember, but it's a lot of fun working it up. And there, I'll show you the whole sock. I can get it in the picture. There it is. So it was 20 and then 60 for the leg. I did the slip stitch heel, picked it up for the gusset, and then I believe that was 48 rows for the foot and a standard cast off for the toe. It was a slightly rounded toe. So, and these fit me really, really well. So I enjoy knitting this pattern a lot. And the pink yarn just brings me such joy. It kind of clashes with my red shirt though, wouldn't you say? Wouldn't you say? So that's it for days 3 and 4 of Vlogmas. I'll try to come back tomorrow with day 5. But I don't have an advent calendar that I'm opening. Yeah, I had to think about that. So I may try to do something for like the 12 days once we get to day 12, and then from 12 to 24, 25. Maybe I'll do something for that where I'm opening up a package each time to make it more adventy, if you will. I do have my advent candle, but I only light it on Sundays so that the candle doesn't burn down too quickly. But that's just me, and that's okay. Are you opening up advent calendars for yourself? Fibery. Some have teas, which are really nice. Many traditionally have chocolate, which, you know, you can never have enough chocolate. You can never have too much chocolate. Let me just put it that way. And you can see the blue or the red tub behind me here. It's a Folgers can sitting on the printer. That's so that the cat doesn't sit there and print. He got on it last night and hit the button and off he went. And we printed 3 pages of a manual on how to set up the printer. So we have to put something up there to kind of keep him off base. Beside me here, I have a plastic bowl that's got all my knickknacks and stuff that I need to work with. Needles, extra knitting needles, sewing needles, scissors, all those kinds of things that I want in a hurry are right here. So that's what's kind of surrounding me on this side today. I hope you're having a wonderful day. for Vlogmas, what's the question of the day? What is your favorite breed of sheep to work with? What is your favorite breed? Mine is, so far, is Shetland. So what's yours? Put it in the comments below and let's start the conversation about different sheep breeds, shall we? So have a great day, a great Advent as we journey towards the big day. Regardless of what you're celebrating, we're always preparing for something. Let's prepare our hearts for a world that is kinder, better, and more hope-filled. So for now, this is Granny Doll, living that 100-mile life, signing off and saying, from Doll Can Create, maybe you can too. Like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. God bless.